was meant to be performing at a concert in the summer, and as part of an all-female orchestra. And unfortunately, obviously due to the pandemic, that has been postponed and changed. But the organiser, Anne Smith, is joining us on the phone from her lockdown dwelling. How are things with you, Anne?
Not too bad, actually. Not too bad. It's nice that the sun is shining, definitely. Yes.
And you are not only a performer, but you're a teacher as well for students around Norfolk. How's that been happening? Are you still able to teach?
A lot of my colleagues have been doing online teaching. So I must admit, I did give it a go this week.
Hey.
I thought, well, I'll try, yeah. And actually, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I mean, obviously, with being a music teacher, with a peripatetic teacher, we go around. A lot of the lessons tend to be on a one-to-one basis anyway. So I'm using Zoom, which is great. You just set up a meeting, and it's like I say, it's actually not too bad. So I'm going to be doing a few more lessons, next week and onwards, because I think the longer this is going on, otherwise children, they do need to have some sort of direction, really, with sort of practicing and obviously encouraging them. So, it's going all right.
I needed the weekly guilt. The weekly, oh dear, it's my trumpet lesson tomorrow, I better practice.
That's right, yes, that does happen an awful lot. That's right, exactly. And I think that's the longer it goes on, that's right. If children, if they're not careful, they'll get to the stage where they go, actually, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. So I think it's kind of, we need to nip it in the bud and keep them going. So
Have you surprised yourself at how easy it's been to look at different technologies and get it to work?
I have. It took me a little while because I'm kind of like the older generation, where modern technology is, it doesn't come that easy to me. So I kind of did sort of, I was put off a bit, but, like I say, talking to colleagues and getting some advice from them and seeing how well it's working for them. Actually, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well done you. That's super. Now tell me a little bit about this concert that we were meant to be putting on in the summer.
I know. I've been planning it for, must be 18 months now. I think it was last January, not this year, January last year, where I sort of sent out the invites to musicians and the choir to say, could we put together a choir? And I must admit that time it was quite amazing, really, because the word got out for the choir. And I think within about 3 or 4 weeks, I'd got at least about 70 ladies had signed up to sing in the choir. So, and it's been going sort of from there. And at the moment, we've got 130 ladies signed up to sing in the choir. Yeah, all very keen. So, yes, it's taken a lot of planning, but having said that, nothing is going to go to waste because it's not going to be a waste of time in any way. Because although the concerts can't happen in June for obvious reasons, we've changed the date to the 13th of September. Now, if we have to change it again, because let's face it, none of us really know what's going to happen. We don't know, what's going to happen over the next couple of months. If we can't have the concert 13th of September, do you know what? We'll postpone it and we'll have it next June. So the reason for next June and not September, October or October or November is because a lot of the members of the orchestra, a lot of the ladies who play in orchestras, they also play in other orchestras like St Thomas Orchestra, Mozart Orchestra, Philharmonic Orchestra. And of course their concert season is in October, November. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to clash with what they're doing. So so if necessary, well, we'll postpone it again until next June. So, but fingers crossed.
It will go ahead. It definitely will happen, Anne. Don't you worry.
Oh, yeah, it will happen. It will happen.
Of course it will.
We've got all the music. The music is all, kind of bought and paid for, so to speak. And one of the good things is that the choir, they've already had 2 rehearsals, which they had in April and in May. They've had 2 rehearsals. Not all the ladies were able to make it, but the rehearsals have all been put onto YouTube. So the choir, they all have their music, and so what they can do is they can practice on YouTube, especially with these times when there's, sort of with lockdown, something to do. So they can actually sing along and they can learn the songs in preparation. So, which is also quite
That's really good. What made you want to do an all-female concert?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I'll be honest with you. I'll really be honest with you. It was like, it was after a concert one evening with the Wyndham Symphony Orchestra, and we were sort of sitting around, just a few of us girls, and it was mentioned like, oh, wouldn't it be a good idea to do an all-women orchestra choir, or women orchestra concert, sorry. And I thought, wow, yeah. And then we started reeling off all these names of these fantastic female orchestra players, and we thought, yeah, do you know what? This would be a very good idea. Then it was like, well, actually, one of the obvious charities, of course, would be, to do it for breast cancer. And I know men get breast cancer, and I've had this from people have said to me, oh, well, men get breast cancer as well. But I think breast cancer is something that is, sort of close to, sort of half of for most women. And actually, you talk to a lot of women, and they even know someone or whatever. So it started off a bit like that. So it ended up being an all-pink concert, all-female. And then I thought, actually, it'd be quite nice to have a choir as well. So that's where that sort of came from, and it just built from there. So it started off an idea down the pub. Cancer research have been fantastic, so we kind of chose that as a charity. And we did do a concert, not last year, but the year before, and it was amazing. We had over 400 in the audience, we had 80 in the choir, and we had 60 in the orchestra. And it was such a popular, it was a super, super concert. But I thought, I won't do one every year. I'll do one once every other year. Having said that, it might be once every 3 years if we have to postpone it till next year, of course. But yeah, and the support has just been amazing. And the ladies who played in the orchestra have said, yeah, definitely, we want to do it again. It was such good fun. So no one gets paid. We all do it voluntary, and the choir, all voluntary. And it's just basically, to get together and put on a fantastic concert, raising money for cancer research.
Yeah, I think people just want to be part of something, don't they? And I think I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really nice to play something different again. It's been a long time since I've thought of anything classically, but we'll bear with. It'll be fine. I'll go to the rehearsal. That'll be good. I get my T-shirt on. That'll be fine. Because it's really important to remember, of course, with regards to the charity you're choosing, cancer isn't stopping in response to coronavirus, and there's going to be charities that need a lot of support after this pandemic, because money just isn't moving as it normally would do.
No. We've been very lucky, actually. We've had some very, very good sponsors. Am I allowed to say their names, who sponsored?
Well, it sounds like you're going to.
Okay, if you don't mind. Well, yeah, we had a lovely, fantastic donation from Computer Service Centre. Also, Taven Brass Band sent a lovely donation towards the cost of running Co-Costa and Moore Opticians, and Arnold Keys have also supported. So that we've had that sponsorship, which is fantastic, and we'll be able to carry that over. And that's really helped towards the cost of putting the concert on, because, oh my goodness, it costs so much for the hire of the hall and music and stuff, as I'm sure you realise that. So yeah, with that sponsorship, it gives us a really, really good start, because it does mean that ticket sales will be to cancer research, which is fantastic. So,
well, thank you, Anne, for coming and telling us all about it. It's going to be a really good concert when we get to it. Is there anywhere that people can find any extra information on it? Well,
we have got a Facebook page, which Chrissy Owens is updating. We've got a Facebook page, we'll just be advertising. I mean, we did have some flyers and that we had printed, which are no good now, so we'll have to have some new ones printed. But I think it's a case of, watch this space, because we're going to be advertising it big time in August, if we can go ahead with it. So it's hopefully 13th of September, St Andrews Hall. It's 3:00 in the afternoon, so it's a nice afternoon concert. What better things to do than have a nice, nice summer concert. It'll still be summer in September.
Of course it will. That's when all the sun comes out. That's typical.
It does, doesn't it? So, unfortunately, I have had a few who've now said that, they can't do the concert now because they've already got things booked. I appreciate that. Whichever date you choose, it's never going to be for everyone. But like I say, watch this space, 13th of September. And if, because of this lockdown, if this does go on longer, then what we'll do is we'll postpone it, and we will postpone it until June of next year. So there again, watch out, look out for it. So,
Oh. Well, it's really nice to chat with you, Anne, and thanks
thank
again for
you.
letting us know about it. And
Thank you.
I shall see you soon, hopefully.
Certainly will. I do hope so. All right,
Yeah,
then,
love
Anna.
to all the family. Thank you, Anne. Oh, isn't that nice? Won't that be good? When the concerts can start up again and we can go to performances, that'll be really, really nice, won't it? Let's